If you don't know who you are anymore, this is for you. If you feel like the person you used to be is gone, like your identity is dissolving, you're not broken. You're not failing. And no, you're not crazy. You're waking up. What you're going through is not the end of your life. It's the end of your illusion. When you no longer recognize yourself, it means something far deeper than identity is coming to the surface. And even though it may feel terrifying right now, it's actually the most sacred invitation life can give you. The invitation to know who and what you truly are beyond all stories. Let's be honest, this journey can feel like a storm. A deep, unexplainable fog sets in. The things you once enjoyed feel dull. The relationships that used to define you feel distant. The goals you once chased suddenly feel empty. Even your own personality starts to feel foreign, like you're playing a role in someone else's movie. You wake up and think, who even am I anymore? There's no motivation, no clarity, no certainty, just a void. But the truth is, this void is not a punishment. It's a passage. It's what happens when life gently, or not so gently, removes all the distractions that kept you from seeing your essence. See, for most of your life, you've believed that you are someone. A name, a story, a person with a past and a future, a personality, a history. Maybe you thought of yourself as the achiever, the kind one, the broken one, the spiritual one, the funny one. These identities served a purpose until they didn't. At some point, these identities became cages. They started to limit who you thought you could be. And life, in its infinite wisdom, began to shake those cages. When the shaking starts, it feels like things are falling apart. But in non-duality, we begin to see things are not falling apart. They're falling away. Everything you thought you were, your personality, your beliefs, your roles, was given to you, handed down, rewarded or punished into you. You didn't choose them consciously. They were part of your conditioning. And now, as consciousness begins to awaken in you, those old layers begin to peel off. The ego panics. It says, without these things, who will you be? But what if that question doesn't need an answer? What if you're not supposed to find a new identity, but instead rest in the truth that you're not an identity at all? This is the beginning of a spiritual awakening. The shift from form to formless. From being a person to realizing you are the presence in which the person appears. You are not your body, not your thoughts, not your emotions, not even your memories. All of those come and go. But you, the awareness that sees them, have never come and never gone. That presence is what you are. It doesn't need a story to be real. It doesn't need a label to be complete. It just is. And it's been here the entire time, patiently waiting for your attention. Now, this sounds beautiful in theory, but let's be real. It doesn't always feel beautiful. It feels like you're dying. It feels like grief. It feels like you've been stripped bare and no one told you it was going to happen. That's because when the ego falls apart, the body still feels the shock. The nervous system doesn't know the difference between the death of an illusion and the death of the body. So you may shake, cry, panic, go numb, feel disconnected. You may even think you're going crazy. But again, you're not. You're just being emptied. And what a blessing it is to be emptied, to no longer carry the weight of pretending to be in control, pretending to be perfect, pretending to be somebody. All of that drops. And in that drop, something timeless begins to emerge, not as a concept, but as a direct experience. That experience cannot be spoken. It can only be pointed to, like silence before sound, like stillness before movement, like space before form. You are that. There's a point in the journey when the mind tries to reconstruct itself. It says, okay, if I'm not that old self, let me be this new spiritual self. And it builds a new identity, the awakened one, the conscious one, the mindful one. But eventually, even that falls away, because non-duality doesn't replace one identity with another. It dissolves identity altogether. It brings you into the realization that what you are has no opposite. It's not something that can be defined. It's something that can only be known through being it. You begin to live without needing to know who you are. You stop chasing clarity as a concept. You let yourself be like the sky, vast, open, and undefined. You may still play roles in life, but you no longer believe you are those roles. You let them come and go like waves. You start to trust the flow of life without needing to control the current. You surrender, not as a victim, but as a participant in something much greater than your personal will. You become one with life itself. And yes, you'll still feel lost sometimes. That's okay. In non-duality, lost is just the mind's word for being free from definition. You're not really lost. You've just stopped clinging. You've stopped performing. You've stopped looking for yourself in things that were never you. And in that stopping, there's peace. Not the kind of peace that needs everything to go right, but the kind that holds you even when nothing makes sense. The kind that doesn't depend on circumstances. The kind that is you. So if you don't know who you are anymore, don't rush to figure it out. Don't go back to the old identity just because it's familiar. Don't create a new one just to feel secure. Instead, stay here, in the unknown, in the emptiness, in the quiet. Let yourself fall apart without trying to put the pieces back together. Let yourself be undone. Because it's only when you are fully undone that the truth of who you are can reveal itself. And the truth is this: you are not a person. You are presence. You are not the one who sees. You are seeing itself. You are not the one who hears. You are hearing itself. You are not the thinker. You are the silence in which thought appears. You are the unborn, undying awareness that has no beginning and no end. You are not becoming. You are being. This isn't something to achieve. It's something to notice, to rest in, to trust. And if the mind doesn't understand, that's okay. It doesn't need to. This is not for the mind. It's for the space beyond it. The space you've always been. The space that was here before the world told you who you were supposed to be. So breathe. Relax. Let the seeking rest. Let the self-image dissolve. Let the mystery of life take you. You are safe in the not knowing. You are whole in the unformed. You are home, even when you feel lost. And if no one has told you this lately, let me remind you. You're not going backward. You're not falling apart. You're not losing yourself. You're remembering who you've always been. Not a name, not a label, not a story, but the open, silent, spacious awareness that watches it all come and go. And that is enough. If this message resonated with you, it's because something deep within you already knows the truth. It's just remembering. Thank you for giving yourself the space to listen, to reflect, and to simply be. Wherever you are on your journey, know that you're not alone. Feel free to share this with someone who might need it. And if you'd like to continue walking this path together, Make sure to subscribe and stay connected. Until next time, stay present, stay open, and stay true to the silence within you.